All right. For you beginners and low intermediate players, have you ever done this? All right. Well, let's look at why. Okay. This line here represents the 45-degree angle cut line. Okay. This over here would be 90 degrees, and this over here would be straight in. Right in the middle is a 45-degree cut. Okay. When you're on the steep side of 45 degrees, that's this cue ball here, yes, it's easier to go off the rail with some inside left spin in this situation and make it that way. But when you're on the inside of the 45, so only 25-degree cut about, you don't really need to go off the rail first with inside spin. You need to make ball first contact, okay? A little bit of top spin helps this shot, but you don't really need to play inside spin on it at all. And you don't need to go off the rail first. That's only going to make you miss the shot. And if you have a deflective cue, when you put a little inside spin on it, it's going to cause a little bit of deflection, meaning you're actually going to get more of this rail first than you were actually aiming for, meaning it's going to miss the shot like I showed you in the opening segment. Okay, so check it out and let's make these shots. Okay, here is rail first with inside spin. And now I'm going to make contact with the ball first. Well, really the ball and the rail at the same time. No side spin, just playing top spin. All right, what if the 8 ball was over here and you need to get onto this rail to make shape? Yes, you can play this with some right spin or bottom right spin, which is outside spin. I have 4-inch pockets, so if you force this shot, it's going to rattle on you. So you have to hit it fairly smooth. Okay, and we have a good shot on the 8. Okay, and let's say there's a blocker ball here, so you need to come into this zone here. Yes, you can play this with top left spin, okay, and just bring that cue ball into this zone right here. Okay, if you have a deflective cue, you're going to have to practice this shot a bit. All right, now we're pretty much right on that 45-degree line, like I showed you earlier. I am going to go rail first on this one. I'm going to let the cue ball work around the table. That's why I'm going to go rail first. I'm going to let it work around 3 rails and come back into this zone here for a shot on the 8. Check it out. All right, and that's not bad. We did just miss the scratch, so let's check out another option. Okay, this time we're still on the 45-degree line. I'm not going to play any spin, just a little top on this one. I'm going to do ball and rail at the same time. And let's see if we can get a shot on the 8 that way. Okay, perfect. Like I said, you can go ball first if it's 45 or less. Once you're above 45, like 55, 65, 75 degrees, you pretty much have to go back rail first. It's not impossible, but it's much easier if you go back rail first and do a little slider. Okay, and now I'll play a little bit of outside spin. We'll see if we can make some short side shape. Okay. Ah, we wound up on the wide side. Still works, right? All right, and here's one of those ones where you do have to go rail first. Pretty much have to. But it's pretty easy shape on the 8. Check it out. Okay, not bad. All right, and here is a perfect 90 degrees from the inside of the cue ball to the outside of the 11, 90 degrees. All right, so the shot isn't that hard. Going to hit the back rail first. If you have a cue that deflects quite a bit, I have my J Flowers SMO shaft. Has very little to zero deflection. so I can actually aim right where I need to. Most cues, including my other carbon fibers, I would have to aim for about a quarter ball in order to hit that back rail first. All right, so this one, the shot's not that hard, but the scratch, to avoid the scratch, can be a little difficult. So let's see if we can make some shape and make the shot. Okay, well, that's not too bad, is it? Okay, to wrap up this lesson and this summary, if you're on this side of the 45, you don't need to be playing side spin. If anything, just a quarter tip or a half a tip at max. Okay, you don't really need to be playing it. Top spin will help the shot, but you can use bottom or whatever, center. Okay, you just got to make contact with the rail and the ball at the same time pretty much. Until you get over here, then you're definitely making ball first contact, not the rail. Okay, so if you're on this side of the 45, anywhere out here, definitely easier to play rail first with some inside spin that's always towards the pocket you are trying to go for. Okay, inside spin, maybe one tip of top and two tips of inside. That is the best formula for that shot. Okay, if you want to go straight siding on it, that'll work too. I tend to like just a little bit above center. I feel it helps the ball roll in there more naturally. Okay, anyways, uh, these shots are easy, guys. If you practice them, let's make them. Talk soon.